From the WJAY studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's season 2 of Wipe Those Tears. With our tier masters, our statistician Brandon Bogard, the Mario Man Mark Leota, AVGN expert Gianni Pizzi, the Retro Arcade Boy Scott Seffy McVeigh, and our timekeeper Andrew Hocking. Your host and moderator is Jason DiCanio. Okay, come on. What do we got here? Not the background. I don't want the background. I want the overlay. Get the overlay. There it is.
There we go.
Oh, guys.
Brandon, wake up. Wake up, Brandon. Wake up.
I think
Brandon Bogard.
Oh.
Brandon Bogard, get this down ready, Jason. Get this down ready.
1, 2, 3. Wake up, Jeff.
There we go.
That's the worst thing you would want to wake up to is a Toronto Goldhorns right in your face.
Well, I need to read the Goldhorn for that matter.
Hold on. Whoever said "wake up, Jeff," you had it right. Right.
I think we have to wake up, sleep, and climb up.
Yeah.
As soon as like purple shirt, I'm like Jeff. Like, oh no, I knew we had to do it.
And of course, Brandon Bogard's wearing the Wiggles shirt, of course.
He's got the purple thing going on, and we welcome you to Those Tears, episode number 54. I was going to say 540. I'm like, wow, we did 500 episodes. This is April 30th, 2025, and you guys have been off for a week, but Gianni's been off for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Welcome back, the AVGN expert himself.
Hey.
Welcome back,
Fish band, lover of fish and sushi and everything else. Yeah. Glad to have you back with us, my friend.
Good to be back.
I think that beard of yours is growing out even more, man. What's up with it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It is, yeah. Might have to get trimmed soon, but.
Yeah, but you got to remember something. Last week was Gianni's crucifixion and his resurrection. Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's it, man. And unfortunately, the Devils are out. So we gotta get them next year, then, Bo. Right?
Oh yeah, I'm hoping so.
Well, everybody's doing fantastic. Hope you had a great Easter break. I know down here it was quiet. The weather's been getting hot, so I guess that makes Brandon happy.
yeah. Of course it is. Of course he is.
We've got some unfinished business because this is the end of the month, and we've got one more month before the end of our season, gentlemen. So 4 more weeks, and we will call season 2 goodbye.
For now,
Yeah. And we put in almost, I think, 20 episodes, starting with episode 30. So we've done 24 episodes so far in the second season, despite all of shuffling around, cancellations, time off, and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, we got a lot of work to do tonight. We're going to pick up where we left off. And statistician, tell us where we are right now as far as NES games.
601 games have been graded out of 710. We have 109 more to go.
I love that number, and it gets slower and lower as we go. That's right. We also have tonight, we have the top 10. So we'll be doing that later on in the quarters as we break down our 4 quarters. And we've also got we've gained another 3 subscribers. So now that takes our channel to 116 subs. Congratulations.
Yay.
Yay. Yes.
Yeah, I get a round of applause ready to go.
Thanks to Andrew Hocking, I just found out we just got that new subscriber tonight. So welcome. Thank you for joining the family, as they say. And what else do we have? Do we have anything else? Oh, Andrew, yes. What have you got for us? Anything in the world of timekeeping for us?
Well, I'm just keep adding all the see who has the fastest times, and until at the end of the season, whoever has the highest one in my books will be the winner, of course.
Yeah, because they get a lot of those free cities, and
Yeah, because I was trying to do my own statistician, of course, of all the who has the fastest one. So I'll get all that done before the end of the season, of course.
Okay, very good. All right. Anything else that we need to go over before we start?
I said let's get these rules out of the way first, of course.
Let's go ahead and get the rules of those tiers. All right. Okay, guys, we're going into the T's. We're getting close to the U's and grading them on a scale of 50 to 100. Andrew's going to give you 2 minutes. All right. So we'll base it on cover art with a description, commentary, and all the good stuff. All right. Once you do give a score, it cannot be changed. All right. So keep that in mind. Please make sure you have a clear score in there that you want to submit. All right. Let's open up the board and get ready for
because we know tonight's episode we started with Temco games today.
Yes, the Tecmo games are in, and the first one up is Tecmo Baseball. Yeah, there it is, right there. So, right, put up by Tecmo, January 1989, and this, of course, there are 3 modes in the game: 1 player, 2 player, and watch. Where there's 0 player. In addition to games between teams, there's also an all-star game with the best players. The game features a national division comparable to the National League and the American division comparable, of course, to the American League. Although both divisions only include 7 teams each. The national teams are St. Louis, San Francisco, New York, Cincinnati, Los Angeles, Atlanta, and Chicago. The American teams are Minnesota, Detroit, Milwaukee, New York, Boston, California, and Texas. No Toronto Blue Jays. Sorry.
Oh, boo on that one.
Or Montreal, because they were the Expos at that point.
Oh, yeah, that too.
It was still there.
Sad face.
Yeah, sad face. All the players on the teams have names and stats similar to those of the real Major League ball players. For example, a player on the Detroit team was named Arix, but his statistics were those of Alan Trammell of the Detroit Tigers in 1987. Yep. The best teams in the game were St. Louis and Minnesota, the 2 teams that played each other in the 1987 World Series. All right. We start with Brandon Bogard this first time with Tecmo Baseball.
So looking at this, I wish there was a little more detail with the green and all that. Seems a little too simple.
Yeah.
With that, though, I'm going to give it a 94.
Oh, wow. 94. Great shot there. Taco Bell. Okay. Good start. Now we go to Andrew Hocking with Tecmo Baseball.
So I look at the front cover. Okay. This could be a best game if you haven't your own Nintendo system, and this is the game you want to play. So, and I never heard this one, but it was right a little past where I was born in '85, of course. So for this one, my score is 1 French fry shy of a perfect score. This one,
a 99. Okay, all right. Okay, Mark, you're up with Tecmo Baseball.
All right. Well, aside from Blades of Steel, this is probably a top tier NES sports game, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And of course, with this being baseball season, it makes perfect sense to start with this. And this review score is hit well. It's hit far into the crowd of 100s.
Oh, and one up of me. One up of me, of course.
Yep, he did one up you.
I won't complain about that one. I won't complain about that one.
Yep. All right, Mark's in with 100, and now we go to Scott with Tecmo Baseball.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not bad, you know. Simplistic cover of just a catcher, you know, and all that, but it's okay. The gameplay itself looks really good. I love the fact that when you're at, you know, there, you can see all the bases there as well, so you get an idea if anyone's going to steal or not. And everything looks really good so far. But since I'm not a big sports game player, I can't give it that high of a score, but I will still give you 90.
No, that's still a Taco Bell. There you go, 90. It's still an A. Yep, you got it. We've got 4 A's so far, and now we go to Gianni with Tecmo Baseball. First time up.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I know Tecmo. I know they make a lot of sports games.
Yep.
I've never really seen this one. I'm not really big to that much sports. But baseball. I mean, it's basically your simple baseball game. A lot of baseball games on the NES.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like some of the graphics when I'm seeing very simple. A lot of green, but that's what you kind of expect in baseball. So,
yeah.
Normally, I would make that I think lower because of that, but since it's baseball, not really. I'm going to put it in the A tier, 90.
90. Oh, we got a double
up time. Double up time.
There. And a Taco Bell. Nice going. All right, so we got 5 A's pretty much. And you got to remember something about Tecmo games. I like to call them Nintendo knockoffs, you know, because they tried to not to get away with that seal, you know, the Nintendo seal of approval.
Oh yeah.
Tecmo has what they call the knockoff versions of the games of NES, and they always tried to compete. And in some cases, they did really well, and in other cases, they just were flops. Some of them, as James would always say, Tecmo is trying.
Yeah.
Trying. Now with baseball, I'd rather play the MLB ones that we had in the M's, where that was my favorite. I didn't play the Tecmo ones too much, but I like the cover art. So with this, I agree with everybody as well. I'm going to double up with Scott and Gianni and go 90. Yeah, another 90. Very good. I think we got a high A here.
Definitely.
I think this is going in the A tier for the first time tonight.
I think you're right.
Oh yeah.
Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Doom 93.8. You got your first A of the night. Yeah. Yeah, I was right in there behind Super Mario 3. Oh, yeah.
Let's keep going with the A's again.
How did we know that the Mario series was going to get an A? How did we know? It was a
let's see, if I memories correctly, that we gave mostly 100s and 90 in the 90s area. That's the reason we got that in the A. That's why.
That was coming from one Mark Leota. Next up is
yeah, there we go.
All right, Tecmo Football, or Tecmo Bowl, was put out in February of 1989, and it's an American football video game for the arcades. Features a large dual-screen cabinet with up to 4 players between 2 fictitious teams. A port for the Nintendo was released in '89, and was the first console game to include real National Football League players via a license from the NFL.
Yep.
There's also a Game Boy version developed by Sculptured Software, filed in 1991. The NES version was extremely popular, spawning various sequels. And you also had Tecmo Super Bowl as well. Yep. Let's see. Was there any? Okay. According to Tecmo USA's Dimitri Crayona, the game was a smash hit in American arcades and an even a bigger hit for the NES, becoming a cultural phenomenon in the United States. As of June 2007, the Tecmo Bowl series had sold 5 million units worldwide. Wow. 5 million units. I mean, what is that in terms of somebody there getting a double platinum record label? You know, I'm wondering. Yeah, 5 million. Does that even qualify? I don't know.
I don't know if they have a platinum setting, but it probably should.
Something like that. All right. Well, we now start with on Tecmo Bowl with Andrew Hocking.
So here's another one I had never heard of before. And I look at the front cover. Okay, now this is the right cover, and I see Nintendo's seal of approval on the bottom right, of course.
Yeah,
me too.
It's very dark.
And now there's seal of approval by Nintendo, of course.
Yeah.
And for this one, same score I had last time. There it is again.
Another 99. One fry short of a Happy Meal there for Andrew Hocking, but he's consistent. All right, now we go to Mark with Tecmo Bowl.
Okay. Hi, I'm Bo Jackson. Hey, what's that Family Guy bit where they were playing Tecmo Bowl? Peter was doing that.
Smoke weed every day.
I haven't seen that one. I know about the double dribble one.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, a perfect touchdown for the Tecmo Bowl.
Ah, there it is. And he won up Andrew again. Consistent with it. Yes. And
Jason, I won't mind that again.
I want to thank our three watchers out there. Thank you very much for joining us in the live feed. We hope you'll stay with us the entire 2 hours tonight. Next up is Scott. You're up with the Tecmo Bowl.
Okay. Before I mention my score here, I think both Mark and Gianni will agree with me with this. We have a friend on the MVG Game Productions server that loves to play this game here, especially online here as well. And we all know who that guy is. And we get to watch his games every so often when he plays them, when there's nothing else on the server itself. And those are pretty dang fun here, especially with the cinematic scenes you can see here in the game. Let's match Mark's score, 100.
Gonna double and one up, Andrew, and another 100. There you go.
Huh.
Nice. Good job. All right, Gianni, you were up with Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah. I was Seffi. I was gonna say it was Seffi, so we know our good friend Terry Ferguson plays. So, although I thought it was Tecmo Super Bowl.
No, he does regular bowls so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know he plays in a lot of like tournaments and like, leagues online. This game, but this is a good game. I never really got into it, but it's definitely a classic. I believe it's on Switch Online though, so I think I do have it.
Probably.
I think Andrew froze up there.
Like he did. But anyway, free for free. Let's give it 100.
Another 100. All right, we'll double up on it. Yep. We will double up. Okay. All right, Brandon Bogard, you're up.
And we lost him.
Yeah, I had a feeling we did. He's resetting himself. He'll be back. All right, it's Tecmo Bowl on you now.
Okay.
I see he's got the football.
Tecmo Bowl.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. Hi.
I had to refresh my page because I froze. I had to refresh the page. That's why.
Yeah, no problem. I'll put you in the order that you were. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay, that was second. Okay, go ahead, Brandon. Keep going.
All right. So I decided Divided. Well, it looks.
Okay.
Wait, that's not the order.
Yeah, it is. Andrew was second.
Oh,
Mark was third. Scott was fourth. Johnny was on the bottom. You were first. Yep.
brain damaged. My brain damaged. I'm sorry.
Like your brain damage, man. Oh my goodness, your brain.
Smoke
It
weed
looks like-
every day.
As I was saying,
Yes.
it looks a little staticky. Looks a little bit staticky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 78 though.
Oh.
Hey, it's still passed. That's why.
Yeah, it's still passing grade. I mean, but broke that A streak there going a little bit. I have to agree with Bogart. Yeah, there's a generic guy on and they're really I can't tell who the football player is because does anybody know who the football player is, or is it just some guy with a
the same guy who was the catcher in the other baseball game?
I knew this was gonna happen.
It's just one of those cheapo knockoffs, right there, Scott. I mean, it's
kind of, yeah.
It's the same guy who was there before when we rated him about a game ago. Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I'd rather play 10-yard fight. These Tecmo games have great cover arts. I will give them that. But as far as the playability of it, 10-yard fight was my football game. I know, right? That's kind of like saying we would go way back to the list in the early days when we started this whole thing on episode 4. Yeah, we're now 50 episodes into these NES games, by the way. I'm going to say 88.
All right.
Yeah. Still probably going to yes for an 80. Let's see.
I think we got another right.
I think we do. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, yeah.
I was right.
Oh yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be like a big pattern going on with these Tecmo games tonight. 94.1. You did it again, guys. Nicely done. Yep.
Who is that?
Oh no.
Not sure, but that's okay.
That's 2 in a row for you on the A tier. Nice going. Okay, we got one more before the end of the first quarter, so let's take a look at it right now. It's the Tecmo Cup.
Well, let's see if we can make this another A for a tic-tac-toe.
Well, yeah. Well, this is a soccer game that was put out by Tecmo April 28, 1988. Oh, my God. The games are getting later and later. They started in 89. Down. Yeah. This is, of course, an association football sports video game. Football, soccer, not NFL. Released in 1992 by Tecmo. The objective of the game is for the player to fight his way from Junior League all the way to the finals of the World Cup. Based on the Captain Tsubasa manga series.
Yep.
Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, thank you, Scott, for the clarification. I was like, who the heck is Captain Tsubasa?
Yeah. Well, anime character. It's a very well popular soccer series that's been going on for quite a few years now. So there you go.
Ah, gotcha. Well, this it topped the bi-weekly Japanese Famitsu sales chart in May of 1988. So got a pretty good reception there. A lot of differences. It's your typical Tecmo soccer game. What else is new about it that you wouldn't know? All right, we'll start with Mark Leota, who knows a little bit about soccer because he plays it.
Yeah. Actually, Scott, since you brought that up before, it kind of occurs to me that the Captain Tsubasa soccer game that they have on the Switch, I guess it's the same general idea as this, so I guess maybe it would technically be a remake of this game. I don't know.
I think you're right. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna give this a 100.
Oh, there you go.
Another one.
100. Look at that. Okay. Man's on a tear with the Tecmo games. All right, we go to Scott now with the Tecmo Cup.
Okay, this is going to be a little different, though. Let me explain here. It's kind of like you get your soccer, but you got all these weird anime cutscenes, and there's a points where in the game here you're actually just seeing a single player moving around in animated style here with a really small play fields and all that. I'm seeing. Then I got large versions here where you actually have like an actual soccer pitch, like it should be, though. And then there's this, you always see these cutscenes where you even see the announcer trying to make calls and all that here with the announcer picture there as well. Yep. This is different. This is more, as we mentioned, the Captain Tsubasa anime game here, or manga game here. Not so much of a true soccer game compared to what we have had before. So this is a Scott special, 75.
A Scott's, there you go, 75.
That's Scott's favorite number.
Yep, the Scott special, 75. And now we go to Gianni with the Tecmo Cup.
Yeah, I've not heard of this movie. They make a lot of games I've never really seen before. And yeah, I don't really see that much information about this game. I just see a lot of what looks to be cutscenes. I don't know if they are, but you can kind of call them that, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at some overhead views, which are kind of interesting, with one with green, one, I mean not green, orange, one with yellow. And I'm gonna give it 85.
85. Okay. All right. Now we go to you, Brandon. Tecmo Cup. He's got his.
Show and tell time.
Oh, wow. Looks like a Nickelodeon soccer ball. Yeah, it matches.
All right. So, yeah. This does feel like a lot of cutscenes, like Scott says. And there's an image on the back cover where the players, they look more like this.
Pretty much. They're in poses.
Smoke weed every day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Weird for those reasons. I'm afraid I've got to give it a 69.
Oh,
69. And he gives it a D for the first shot tonight. Ooh. Bruncho. All right. Okay, Andrew, you're up with the Tecmo Cup.
So this game, I look at the cover, and I've never played this game. I look at the cover. Okay. Now that is a perfect cover for a soccer game, of course. And of course, once again, another Nintendo seal of approval, of course.
Yep, exactly. It has all the makings and the bells and the whistles to go with it.
Exactly. And get ready for the double up. I agree with Mark on that one. I also give perfect 100 as well.
There it is. Perfect 100 for you. Okay. All right. Tecmo Cup, huh? Wow. You know, I would rather watch the World Cup myself than play it. Too many sports games I will play, and soccer is not one of them. I have tried it. I've tried to maneuver the soccer games, and they're just not very maneuverable. I cannot control the players at all. So if I don't have control of my player, forget it. Now, when it comes to the hockey games, the NHL games for on Sega or on Super Nintendo.
What the heck?
Yeah, I was waiting for that sound effect.
You gave me an excuse. You gave me an excuse to use it. Thank
Smoke
you.
weed every day.
Well, like, okay.
Yeah, right. I would rather watch it than play it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Bogart and go even lower than him. I'm gonna say 65.
Oh, what done?
Yeah. Cruncho. Yeah. All right, let's see what the average is.
I hope is in the B tier.
Yeah, you'd be right about that. Oops. First beat tonight, 82.3. All right, very good.
No tic-tac-toe.
No tic-tac-toe.
Not today.
Yeah,
Or Mark, or take that. Oh.
Yeah, instead we found Fluffy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What?
It's an MVP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we call the dragon on
dragon
tic-tac-toe.
on tic-tac-toe that we do on MVG Productions, like Scott was saying.
We have the answer
It's
to all of them. We have
That's why.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right. Let's get all right, let's get to the top 10, of course.
yeah. Jason looks like he froze. I
Those
think.
two, yeah.
He did freeze. Oh dear.
Oh, not again.
First you, Andrew, now our main man, Jason.
Yeah.
And while Jason's refreshing the page, of course, and so far the Jays are finally tied it up again.
Oh.
6-6 right now on the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, I saw that we tied it.
Yep.
After we were
First it
down
was 6 yeah. It was 6-0 before, then the 6-3, and now they finally tied it up. Like, oh, good.
Yeah.
So I hate the Jays to go in another lose. We don't want that. And of course, folks, if you're watching this, stick around. All right, we just have little technical problems, of course. So Jason will be refreshing the page, and he's coming right back.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
No, while he's gone, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
All right.
Actually, let me mute because I gotta mute. That will happen.
Yeah.
Well, I think Montreal's gonna go bye-bye.
Let me double check. Let me quickly double check before Jason comes back. Of course. Let's see. Well, not yet. They're still trailing by 2 goals, Mark. So it could happen either Montreal could lose, or it could be Montreal came back to tie it up. One of the two things.
While we're waiting, I'm gonna update my Nintendo Switch. I heard there's a big update where you can now make it much easier to transfer all your Switch files from one to a brand new number 2. Though,
Yeah,
if you want to get
it's the update for virtual game cards.
Yeah, I saw that too, though. I might do the update right now.
Yeah, and that also the system transfer to Switch 2. You can't really do that right now because the Switch 2's not out yet.
True.
But at least they're giving us. At least it gives people time to prep for when the Switch 2 comes out.
Oh yeah.
$450 for just the console.
Yeah,
Along with
yeah. So, and actually, like the cool thing, about
There he
the
is.
virtual game card.
Hey, what happened, Jason? What happened?
Anything that happened to you, Andrew? Crash show.
Oh, that's why. All right.
Okay, so I've got everything saved back to the way it was, so no problem there. I put everything back. We had two A's and a B.
Yeah, we did.
Yep. So thankfully, we only got into 3 games so far. And did I play the before I went and crashed? Did I play the sound effect for the?
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet.
No.
All right. So let's go ahead and take the first break.
Because we're just about to do the top 10. That's why.
Yeah, that's for sure. I was wondering if it showed up on the screen before I played it. I guess it didn't. So cool. All right. Top 10 is ready to go. And thank you to listeners or viewers for staying with us. This is live, of course. So, anytime somebody's going to have to come back in, I may have to crash, but thankfully StreamYard saves the episode and we keep going.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, top 10 tonight. Ooh, all right. I hope you're interested in this one because this is a good one. We're going to have the king of cake. Cake.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
There are 10 of them. 10 cakes, 10 popular cakes. And we will start with Brandon Bogard, and he will get us started here. What do you think is the most popular cake? If you get it right, if somebody gets the number 1 answer, game's already over. So, but we'll see what everybody has as far as their choices.
The most popular cake. Is that what you're asking?
Well, there's 10 of them, and if you give the number 1 answer, you will have this first top 10.
Cake.
Yep.
I don't think that's a
I don't think that's a
Yeah.
That's not my answer. I'm just saying. Oh my God. Are you?
Cake, yeah. What kind of cake do you think?
Is it that difficult? No.
I don't even know
It's-
brands.
No, we're not looking for brands. We're just looking for a type of cake, not a name brand. Just your typical cake. What?
Okay, I'll just go a very simple one. Chocolate.
That's the number 1 answer. You got
You
it.
got it. You got it. I knew it. One thing that Brandon Bogart just in his mind, right? Just cut it out. That's why.
Good job, Brandon.
Devil's
You would have. Hey, Jason, you would have been my guess.
All right, well, let's go in order now. So, Andrew, what's your guess? Is it
I would have said vanilla. That's why.
Vanilla, huh?
Ooh.
No, it's not there. All right, you're not on the list, Andrew. All right, Johnny, what do you say?
I would have gone birthday cake.
No, that's not specific enough. We need something more specific.
Okay.
So, yeah, more specific than birthday cake. Like a flavor. You want a flavor.
Yeah. Let's see. Red velvet.
Red velvet. Oh my gosh. No, it's not on the list.
Oh,
Sorry,
look
Johnny.
at King of Jersey and I. We got our answers, and not on the list. What's going on?
Okay, Scott, which one do you think?
I would have tried devil's food, but that's me.
Yeah, it's number 10 actually. You got it. Number 10. Good. Yeah, Devil's Food is on there. Very good. Oh, and Mark, which one did you take a guess at?
Well, Devil's Food Cake was going to be my answer.
Yeah.
Thanks, Scott.
You gotta pick a different one, Mark. You gotta pick a different one.
Yeah, okay, all right. How about ice cream cake?
No, not ice cream cake.
Oh, I tell you what, oh god, this is like a tough list right there.
I'll give you the remaining answers. Number 2 is cheesecake.
Ooh.
That would have been my second answer. That would have been my second answer.
Number 3 was the bunt cake. The bun cake.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then the ever popular angel food.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
German chocolate.
Oh yeah. That's a good
What's
one.
the difference?
What?
Oh,
German chocolate is a little bit more denser and there's a yellowish to it.
And I guess it's more rich.
And it's got coconuts.
It's got
And it's got
coconut in it. That's right.
Yeah.
It makes a German chocolate.
Ugh.
And then Fitty, you missed the one that was Fitty.
I love it when Brian Bogart making a face when they mentioned coconut and that.
You guys missed the obvious for Easter. Carrot cake was number 6.
Oh,
And pound cake.
oh,
Strawberry shortcake was number 8. And
That's a good one.
oh,
was number 9. Yep. And then, of course, Devil's
oh.
Food. Yep.
Oh, I don't know. My mind is telling me why, Andrew. Why did you say vanilla instead of cheesecake?
Yep. Well,
Son of a gun!
and we'll have another top 10 in the second quarter.
Well,
Oh my goodness!
now we know that the top answer was
Yeah.
There you go.
Courtesy of Brandon Bogart. Very good. All right. There'll be more opportunities in the second quarter. Anybody need to take a break?
I already got my drink already. I forgot to get my drink before we went live already.
Okay, let's go ahead and get back. Quarter number 2.
Oh God! Oh God! Let's see the next one, please.
Yeah, let's go to the next one here. Hold on, let me get situated here. Because we got all right, we're up now with the next one up on the list. Get my microphone here ready to go. Tecmo NBA basketball. Oh, yes. Put out by, of course, Tecmo and Sculptured Software. November 1992. And like Tecmo Super Bowl and Tecmo Bowl before it, the game features cinema-style cutscenes during gameplay. There is an option to play an all-star game, but unlike the Tecmo Super Bowl, there is no option to select the players on the all-star teams. Yep. And there's also an appearance from Michael Jordan and all current NBA teams and the players from the 91-92 season. Yep. You also had Larry Bird in there, and he played his last NBA game in 1992. Yep.
What was that? What was that?
That was my phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh God!
Well, this is the 4th game, so we'll start with Scott with Tecmo NBA basketball.
Okay. Don't know this one much. Give me a second. I'm going to finally get a chance to look it up. I was trying and busy doing something else here real quick.
Oh, okay.
Actually, why does I'm looking at pictures of this? Why does it look a lot like Double Dribble?
Right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it does. And yes, it's got the cute little cinematic scenes and all that
Smoke
stuff
weed
too.
every
Though.
day.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't look like super big though. I mean, I could play other basketball games better than it looks a little bit better, but it's an 80.
An 80. Okay. Very respectable score there. All right, Johnny, you're up with NBA basketball from Tecmo.
All right. Yeah, it's surprising that they used they called it NBA.
They had to get special licensing. You know how Tecmo is.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean anything, how any company is, but yeah.
Right.
I'm still thinking how many sports teams. I knew about Tecmo Bowl, but that was about it for me. Yeah, and I've never really seen this, but yeah, it's kind of cool. They use the NBA. They made one for Super Nintendo or Genesis.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think they did that with any other games. I like how they have Knicks logo over on there. I'm more a Celtics fan, but 90.
90. We got a Taco Bell. Yay. All right, Mr. Bogard, you're up with the NBA basketball. Tecmo. Look at this. It's got a show and tell.
I can another show and tell.
all right. While I am impressed with the way it looks, my only gripe, and it's a minor gripe, it doesn't stop me from giving it an A. There's one gameplay image where I hate to say it, but here it goes. Some of the players are shirtless, some of them aren't.
Smoke
Hey,
weed every
at least
day.
Wow.
maybe they're wearing something. It's just too far away for me to see it. So
Probably very, very not detailish like, because you remember it is 8-bit. Unlike 16-bit, you'd see more graphics to it. Yeah.
all right, but either way, I'm still gonna give it an A92.
An A.
Whoa!
All right. Hey, go to Andrew Hocking now with the NBA basketball.
So I love basketball, and I never played this kind of before. And I look at the cover. Okay, now this is an even better cover than was the other two or three, of course.
Yeah.
So and of course, it says real teams, real players, real NBA action, and of course, a sealed approval from the league, of course. So for this one, I'm going to keep in the perfect score right here, baby.
Oh, 100. Yeah. There you go. All right. Okay. Very good there. Now we go to Mark with his look on Tecmo NBA basketball.
Okay, well, another pretty good sports game, if I do say so myself. And of course, basketball is known for all the slam dunks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, no Toronto Raptors on here, but
No kidding. No kidding.
yeah. But this was before 1995, so
Right. We wouldn't see this
Yeah.
for years. Yep.
all right. Well, nonetheless, 100.
A perfect score. We're gonna
Double and double up.
There you go. Everybody all right? I'm here a little coughing. Take a swig if you need it. Okay. All right. So, this was before EA Sports came out and really dominated the whole thing with their sports games. So Tecmo was kind of like the go-to of Nintendo when you had a Nintendo. Because once Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis came out with their 16-bit sports, EA was dominating the whole thing in the mid-90s, the early 90s, right around 93, 94. But this was as close as you could get to the NBA with the licensing of the players. And I didn't play this particular one, but based on the cover art, I like it too. So I go and double up too with another 100. Yeah. Another 100. Yeah. I mean, I like it too. But
I bet you it's going to be closer between the B's and the A's.
Well, I always say that, to watch basketball is watching a heart attack happen right in front of you.
True. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
The average.
Let's get the average. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. This is amazing. 3 out of 4 tonight, guys. You got another A in the till. There it is. 93.6. You did it again. Yeah. Good job. 4 games tonight. Yep. So we got there we go. Woo. Nice going. Takes a longer time to get down to the bottom, doesn't it? Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Play the Jeopardy theme music while you're scrolling down.
Yep. All right. Tecmo Super Bowl is up. The other football game, as they say. And this, of course, was released December 13th, 1991. And the first sports video game that was licensed by both the NFL and the Players Association. So this one has everything in it. It was a cult following across the decades. Major success. And the follow-ups as well, too, had great stuff going for it. In the United States, Tecmo Super Bowl topped Babbage's NES sales charts for 3 months in 92, from October to December. And at a retail price of $54.99, equivalent to 24, it was the most expensive NES game released to date. I was wondering about that. And this is
yeah.
But there were games in the high 70s too that were from NES as well. Let's see. 97 Electronic Gaming Monthly and IGN each named Tecmo Super Bowl as one of the top 100 video games of all time. It ranked at 53. Games Radar ranked at 22. And PC Magazine ranked the game number 10 in its list of the 10 most influential games of all time. And even ESPN named Tecmo Super Bowl the greatest sports video game of all time. Wow. All right. So you got a little bit of info from that. And now we go to Gianni, the AVGN expert.
Yes, definitely a good one. This was the one I thought he played, but I didn't realize it was the other one.
No, he probably played both, and he'd probably have fun with it too, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is another one we have to get special licensing with the NFL logo. And this looks like a pretty good game. This is the one I think I've seen before. I think I played a little bit of it. But I'm going to give it... Let's do it. Still, give it 100.
100. There it is. Okay, Mr. Bogard, you're up with Tecmo Super Bowl. And he's got his football back.
So, the green, once again, it's all right. Right. It's a little better this time. There's a couple images that they're using also. So one that says touchdowns. Also it says QB Bills.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Yep.
And then another one that says halftime with a cheerleading woman.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
That though, still, I think in general, I'm just gonna give it an 80.
An 80. Okay. Wow. What a difference of opinion there. Okay, we go to Andrew Hocking with Tecmo Super Bowl.
So this game came out, 1991, right?
Yeah, let me give you the... Yeah, December 91.
Okay, so I was like around 6 years old when this game came out already.
Mm-hmm.
So I never heard, and I like the cover. And for this one, King in New Jersey, get ready to get your smile ready, because I also get a perfect score as well.
Oh, he doubles up on it. There it is. Nice. 100 there. All right, Mark, you're up with the Tecmo Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, definitely a popular follow-up here with Tecmo Bowl. And, nice blue uniform there.
Yeah.
All right. I think I've been saying this all night. 100.
Another 100. We double up on it. Yep. All right. Okay. All right, Scott, you're up with this one. The Tecmo Super Bowl.
Well, it's a pretty good one, though. Like I said, I think this is very similar to what we all know about here. So, yeah, we like the first one. We like the second one. Hundo.
Hondo, that's 100, right?
ECC, yeah.
That's the new word for 100 is Hondo, huh? Okay. Hondo 100. All right. Well,
I can't wait. I can't wait when the score what Jason's going to give. Go ahead.
Well, you know, as
Get a car from Hondo.
I tell you, when people ask me about, are you a football fan? Yes, to a point, because I don't make it a life seasonal thing here. It only goes 17 weeks.
True.
So playing these football games again goes back to my 10-yard fight game when I was playing that more often than the actual licensed games of the NFL. So again, generic cover of the guy on the
Smoke weed every day.
on the front knows who he is. Like Scott said the last time, who is that masked man? And I have to give, yeah. You lose me on cover art. That takes 10 points right off of that. So I'm going to say 86. Yeah. I'm going to give it a mediocre B because I think the playability on it's pretty good. So, all right. Let's see what the average is. Oh, man.
Again?
Yep.
Holy.
This is your fourth A of the night out of 5 games, and you guys are just tearing it up there. 94.6. You did it again. Nice going. I think the record for how many A's is the record so far? 6 that you guys got in one episode?
Probably.
I believe so.
I believe you guys got 6 in one episode, and this could be one of those nights when you could break the record for A's. You know, but
We'll see. We'll see.
Yep, we're gonna go to halftime right now. That was the quickest second quarter ever because of all of the crashes and everything. But that's
All the fun we've had.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Before we go to the top 10, let's see what the halftime is for timing there, Andrew.
Well, at the first and second quarters, Brandon Bogart got 1. After there's 15 seconds on the first one, of course.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And let's see, Scott, be happy you got 1 as well.
Yeah.
On the last one, on the 5th one for 18 seconds.
Good.
Then Mark got 1 as well. But for me, I got 2.
The timekeeper comes up with the more accurate saying here. You know?
I almost did the Mario one. I hope Mark could definitely hear that as well. I got 2.
You got 2. All right. Now let's go here for your next top 10. Things that are good with milk.
Oh,
We had types of cake in the first one. Now you're talking about things that go great with milk. Or moo cow, that is, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with what do you think goes great with milk on the top 10?
Say that again.
What?
Oh, we're starting with me again?
Yeah, we go
Yes.
like we normally do.
Okay.
The question is things that goes with milk.
Yep.
Okay. Well, we know one thing. We can't say oh God. I don't agree with this, but I'm gonna go cereal.
Cereal. Oh, I like your wouldn't you believe? Yeah, dry cereal. You got it. It is number 5. Very good. So it's on the top 10. Dry cereal, number 5. Okay, that's not the number 1 answer. And now we go to Andrew. What do you think is the number 1 answer?
I'm writing down on my carding. I hope it's at number 1. You ready for this, Jason?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Brent Bogart, give me a drum roll, please.
Hate to burst your bubble, but cookies is only number 3.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You really thought you had number 1, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought that's going to be it. Oh, jeez.
Okay, Mr. Pizzy, what do you have to say about this? What goes great with milk? We're looking for the number 1 answer.
I will. 2 things I was going to say. I'll go with cake.
Yeah, chocolate cake, but it's number 6.
It's up there at least.
It's up there, yeah. Chocolate cake, which was the number 1 for all types of cake. Yep. All right, Scott, you can redeem yourself. What's number 1?
Gosh. Well, first of all, they took my answer of cookies.
Yeah.
Milk is good. Milk. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Ooh. Yeah, but it's number 4.
Okay.
All right. You guys are honing in on you're bracketing it. Now, will Mr. Leota come up with the number one? Or will he
I'd
stop
say or number 2, or 1 or 2, Jason, or 1 or 2.
1 or 2? I mean, he might win it with the highest answer because you guys got 3, 4, 5, and 6. But Mark, if you can give me 1 or 2, you'll win this segment of top 10.
Okay. Well, you know what goes good with milk? And you can actually pour the milk into it. Some coffee.
Coffee. Oh. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but actually, you lost. It's not on the list.
Oh, wow.
So, who's the guy with the number 3 answer? That's Bogart.
Yeah.
No, me.
That was Andrew.
Down, yeah.
It was Andrew this time.
Oh,
Because I guess the cookies. That's why.
all right, but you guys are gonna be shocked to see the number 1 answer, and I really thought you guys had it. Brownies was number 1.
Oh, brownies. Oh.
Followed by the number 2 answer. Graham crackers is one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
Number 7 is donuts.
Oh, okay.
Donuts.
8 is apple pie.
Oh, okay.
And number 9 is let's see, chocolate syrup.
Oh, okay. That's to make the chocolate milk. Oh, okay. Okay.
And then finally, oatmeal. Oatmeal was number 1.
Oh, okay. I do it on some occasions. That's why.
So this winner of the second quarter goes to Andrew Hocking with the number 3 answer. Congratulations. Very good. You guys did great.
Milk and brownies. What the?
I love it. Every time I love it when Brandon Bogart always does that every time, and I love it.
All right, we're going to.
Let's get back to it.
All right. Anybody need to take a break?
No, I'm good. Let's get back to it.
All right. Here we go.
Before Brandon do any more faces, that's why.
All right, we're in the third quarter now, and we're finishing up. We got 2 more Tecmo games to finish up here. So let's.
Good.
It's another soccer game. Tecmo Soccer. Not the Tecmo Cup, but this is just another soccer game. This is World Cup Soccer. This is, interesting. Put out by Tecmo December 7th, 1990. So this is the official World Cup Soccer game. Yep. And although the 2 games appear virtually identical, Tecmo World Cup Soccer lacks some of the speed and fluidity of its arcade progenitor. With the gameplay, it's unchanged. The lack of support for analog control in the NES version renders it a digital control-only game that requires almost completely different tactics. And there were a lot of World Cup teams. Yep. You can choose from Brazil, West Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Belgium, Argentina, Soviet Union, Uruguay, Poland, Switzerland, Albania, England, Venezuela, Spain, Portugal, Colombia, Scotland, Paraguay, Romania, and the list goes on. And Canada and the United States, of course, are in there. So
yes, there we go.
there's a lot of differences, and so this is the big one here. This is even bigger than the other one that we
yeah.
And we go now to the top of the order with Brandon Bogart with the World Cup.
And look at that.
He's got his soccer ball out again.
Once again.
Yep.
All right, so I guess the gameplay looks a bit better on the images. Then we have the front cover.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most pathetic looking front cover I've ever seen. Oh my. Then again, I guess the gameplay images are probably saving me. I'm gonna make it feel a little nice and give it an 83.
An 83, okay. Thought you were gonna be even meaner to it and give it a D, but you gave it a A low B.
Hell no.
All right, we go to Andrew Hawking with World Cup Soccer.
That's another game I never played, and I look at the cover, okay, and I look at the list of the teams you mentioned, Jason.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad Canada and US are on there. That's why that makes me very happy on that one. So yeah, of course. So for this one, I'll just keep going with the perfect scores.
All right, another 100 there for you. You got it. Okay, Mark, this is right up your alley with the World Cup Soccer.
All right. Well, first off, Andrew, walk-off single for Kirk. We win 7-6.
Yes.
There you go. You guys won a game.
After we were down 6-0.
Thank God for that. Anyways, let's get back to that.
As for this soccer game, still 100.
You got it. Double up on it. Another 100 there. Oops. Okay, Scott. What do you got to say about the World Cup?
Okay, well, again, looking at screenshots, this is generic looking here. You got that. Basically, I'm not a big fan of soccer games in general, like you said earlier, though.
Yeah.
It's okay. Not great, though, in my opinion, though. But, like I said, what you described about how difficult the controls are when you can't easily flick your controls to go another direction to fake out someone, really tough to do. 69.
Oh, long shot! Man.
69. Yep, gives it a buzzer there. All right, we go to you, Gianni.
All right. Another one I haven't heard of. Yeah, I have not heard of this one. But just your normal soccer game from what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna give it 82.
82. Okay. All right. Got it there. All right, World Cup. Like I said, I'd rather watch it than play it. Because I can't, I would rather play soccer myself and kick the ball around, do that as well. There's other ways of getting your good exercise out of that. And unless you're a diehard soccer fan and have to have the games, more power to you. But for me, yeah, it's going to be a long shot, and I'll say 60.
Long shot.
Yeah. Let's see what the average is, guys. Let's see if we can get a good one here. All right. I think it's going to be the
Let's find out.
Yeah. It's in the B tier. The two soccer games wind up 82.3, tied. Yep.
Well. So far, out of 6 games, we have 4 A's and 2 B's. No C's, D's, or F's yet.
That's right. All right, we got one more Tecmo game here to finish it up, and that's Tecmo Pro Wrestling, World Wrestling, actually, more or less, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. This is put out September 1st, 1989. And, of course, it's for 1 or 2 players, and they can control the international professional wrestlers. Play-by-play announcer, also, the animated Tom Walker, although his speech was only text bubbles. His commentary was translated from the Japanese game. Yeah, text bubbles, like cartoon bubbles. Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yep, pretty good. They had a lot of names like Akira Dragon, El Tigre, Pat Gordon, Rex Beat, Jackie Lee, Mark Rose, Julio Falcon, Randy Gomez, Dr. Gildo. Does that sound more like Dr. Dildo? Dr. Gildo. Wow. Oh God. He's a Blue King. Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, do it again. Do it again, Brandon. Do it again. I like that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, there we go.
all right. So, Tecmo Wrestling. We start this time with Andrew Hawking.
So I never heard this game. I know I like wrestling, of course. Especially this one, of course. And I like to cover it. And I love the cover. That's way before WWF, of course.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yep. So
Way
for this
before
one,
even Hulk Hogan, with WWF. Hulk Hogan,
yeah. So, and of course, way before WWE, of course.
Yep.
So I'll get 100 again.
Another 100. Wow. This Tecmo's getting some very good advertising from our tier masters tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Leota, you're up with the wrestling, World Wrestling.
Yeah. Ooh. Those are some big wrestlers there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Well, they look like they're having a good time. I look like I'm having a good time. So, in keeping up with my streak tonight,
Bless you.
100.
Double up on it with another 100. All right. Bless you.
Right.
Yep. Okay, so we got 200s there. Scott, will you go for another 100?
This is a tough call. Right now, this is looking cool. I like the idea that you got the guy announcing here with things at the bottom there. However, it's kind of like it takes up almost half the screen, which is kind of sad, though.
Yeah.
And of course, there's some nice cinematics because of some of the great moves. So it does remind you a lot of televised wrestling here. Cover looks pretty cool, though, with the two guys in a grapple hold here. Some would actually say this is actually one of the better games you can get here for a wrestling title for the NES, though. So I'm going to give this one 95.
95. All right, we got a Taco Bell on that one. Very good. 200s and a 95, and now we go to Gianni with Tecmo Wrestling, World Wrestling.
Oh, I did not know they made a wrestling game. I am never really into wrestling. As mentioned, I know some of us over on MVG definitely are.
Right.
But
or Rant and Rave for that matter. Those guys.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about those guys. Yeah, I almost
can't forget about them guys. Yep.
But looks like your basic WWE bunch of guys wearing masks and just beating the crap out of each other. I'm looking at one screenshot, one guy, red mask. The other guy, he's out of the ring. Looks like he's definitely in a lot of pain. I don't know about this one. I'm just giving it 80.
80. Okay. We got 80 there. All right. And now we go to Brandon Bogard, and we thank the 5 viewers out there. Thank you very much for staying with us here throughout the show tonight. And now we go to you, Brandon Bogard, with Pro Wrestling, World Wrestling. Yep.
So, I'm thinking I don't watch a lot of wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say at least this does look pretty close. Just a little bit close to what it's supposed to be, except for that one gameplay images where on the top of that says winner, the bottom of it says loser.
Yep.
It's not absolutely not necessary to even need that. I'm still gonna give it a 91.
91. All right. Got a Taco Bell there for you. Okay. Well, I've played this one actually at my cousin's house when he had the Nintendo a long time ago in the late 80s. He passed away in 2004, but he had almost every Nintendo game you could possibly think of, and then he got a Super Nintendo later on in life. But he was always a video game fanatic because of what he he liked to play video games. He was just great at it. And I think this was one of the first ones that I played, or maybe the wrestling game itself with the black box. One of the two. I'm not sure. I don't even know if there's that one down there of wrestling. I would think. Yeah. Or the WrestleMania games. We have those later on. Maybe this is one of them that I did play. And Scott, this was in the arcade too, wasn't it?
I actually don't remember the arcade version of it, but it might have been, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I knew there was a wrestling arcade game that was big out there, where the image of the referee stands and I go 1, 2.
I know what you're talking about with the 3.
It sounds like he's got
I think that may have been what we talked about like earlier with some kind of tag team wrestling we did.
Tag team wrestling, yeah. I don't like the cover art. It's just too much. A lot of just headlocking there. So that's 10 off for that. I'm going to give it 85. 85. All right, 85. All right, got that. So let's go ahead and average it out. You guys are on a tear with the A's tonight. That is another A in the book. Wow. 91.8. You did it again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got it. Nicely done. That's 5 A's tonight. All right. So we finished the Tecmo games. And now we're going to get into the turtle games. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's turtle time. Yeah. Teenage Ninja Turtles. Next up on the list looks like the Tournament Fight Edition.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that cover art. Oh. We go down to this one here where it is the Tournament Fighters Edition put out by Konami.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We know this one.
That's Gianni's favorite company.
One of
Konami.
them, yeah.
Well, it sounds like
One of them.
your name is Gianni Konami.
Oh, yeah.
February 1994. Yep. I tell you, the NES version of Tournament Fighters was the final game Konami released for the platform in the North America and the PAL region in 94. It was also the 5th Turtle game released for Nintendo home consoles. Okay, so keep that in mind. Yep. Then they had, of course, a Super NES version. Oh! Damn it.
What?
We lost 4-3. Crap. Now that's 10 games. Oh, well, can't have everything. The NES, the Super NES version actually got better reviews than the NES version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with the graphics, because it is a fighting game. It's more like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. You're talking turtles, you're talking turtle fighters. Sounds almost like Turtles and Battletoads, doesn't it? Like put together.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There was a Genesis version. There was also a lot of differences between, Clash of the Hotheads. Wow. Oh, yeah. All right. So if you've seen this one before, you know which one we're talking about. Who are we starting with this time?
Mark's next.
Mr. Leota, you're up.
All right. Well, who doesn't love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I don't know anybody who doesn't. I
loved watching the cartoon back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
They have movie versions too, Mark. Don't forget about that.
Yeah, like before Pokemon, this was probably one of the more popular Saturday morning cartoons for the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I see no reason to stop my perfect streak now. 100.
You did it again. Yep. Starts off with 100. All right. Good job there. Scott, Tournament Fighters for Turtles.
Yeah, this is... Okay, let's be honest here. A fighting game needs a lot more than just 2 buttons to hit, to use, okay? Let's just be honest. And this would be kind of simplistic in the most easiest of sense, though. And as you mentioned in your description, yeah, the graphics were pretty compared to.
Oh,
Smoke weed every day.
So yeah, I'm sorry. Like I said, a 2-button fighting game just doesn't cut it for me. 65.
60.
Oh, Long John!
The only reason it's not getting the lowest of lowest because of the rules.
I would think because it's a fighting game, more or less. I think that's probably why he did it. We'll probably get you a better rating on the main games than the fighting games. Yeah. All right. Difference of opinion there. We now go to Gianni. Konami.
Yes. This is a good one. Now we know about AVGN and the Ninja Turtles, although he didn't talk about this one. And now he did this whole thing where he played it with Mike. It's like, oh, the winner, they do like a best 2 out of 3. It's basically Street Fighter, by the way, with Ninja Turtles.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing. And they did like 2 out of 3 or whatever. And whoever won got to watch the last 15 minutes of the original Ninja Turtles movie, which is, of course, a great movie. And the loser had to watch the last 15 minutes or the whole 25 minutes of Turtle Tunes.
Oh,
which is,
no.
if you know about that, yeah, the live action, they were just, oh my. And Mike lost, by the way. He had to watch the whole 25 minutes. He was just sitting through it. And he put on Super Metroid, by the way, thinking James would catch him, and then he did.
Yep.
But other than that, yeah, I have this game. I think all 3 of them. I have the Genesis, SNES, NES. I have the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection on Nintendo Switch, so it has all the games on, including the tournament fighters. But yeah, this is definitely a good game. I mean, I've played this one. It's pretty easy. 100.
Oh, double up on it. 100. You got it. Okay. Mark and Gianni have 100 apiece there, and now we go to Brandon Bogard with TE Fighter. Tournament Fighters.
You okay?
Who, me?
You do like you tournament fighters.
Pardon me, I'm a little nasally tonight. Sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess with the way the gameplay images are designed and how in the background, not the front cover, but the back images in the back cover, it makes sense. Everything seems right. It's called tournament fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So the scenery, it works.
Yeah.
Except for that very top right one, where apparently the one in the red dress, one in the red shirt is supposed to be April O'Neil. She's wearing a red dress.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 91.
Weed every day.
91 with a Taco Bell. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay, Andrew, you're up with the tournament fighters.
So I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I watched it when I was little, of course, and I never played the game, but I watched the cartoon version, of course, and of course the movie version, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So for this one, I agree with both Mark and the King of New Jersey on that one. And King of New Jersey, get ready for your smile, because I also double up as well.
Yeah.
Got it. 100. There it is. Okay. Now, I've heard of this game, but I played it on Genesis. Sega Genesis. So I played it more of a, the graphics were a little bit better because I like April O'Neil. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. They were talking in that one. I don't know if they talked in this one. Probably did. But anything Turtles is great. And I have a cousin who's a diehard Turtles fan. Shout out to you, Alex. And if this is one of those Street Fighter knockoff games, I think I'd play this one more than the Street Fighter. So yeah, double up and we'll give it another 100. Yay!
But the question is our average going to be our 6A?
I think it will be.
Well, let's find out our average.
Let's average it out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, Andrew, you called that one. You got the 6th day on the night here. 92.6. You did it again. Yeah. Very good.
But here's a question: Would this could be we're gonna break our record going for 8?
I would think so, considering the next 3 are the Turtle action games in their finest pieces of historic iconicness. Let's take a look at them right now. We're gonna get to the. Or do you want to go to the end of the 3rd quarter and start the 4th quarter with the? Yeah, let's go ahead and stop. Take a break.
Yeah, let's take a break on that one.
Oh, well, now this is gonna be great because this top 10, guys. If you don't get this in any which way, shape, or form, shame on you because.
But we have to find out what the category is this time.
Well, it has come down to this, folks. I really got these guys where I want them now. This is the top 10 list of TV game shows. Yes.
Well, Jason, you won't be shaming me because I always watch game shows all the time.
Well, I can't wait to see who's going to get the number 1 answer, and you'll be shocked to know when you see it if you give it. All right? If the number 1 answer wins this round. We start, of course, with Mr. Bogard. What do you think, according to this list, the top 10 TV game shows, what do you think is the number 1?
I'm going to go with the longest running, Price is Right.
Well, unfortunately, no. 4th, number 4. You were on the list. Yeah, that's a good position to be in. You're in the 4th. So now, Andrew, if you can give a higher than 4, you'll be in the lead. What do you think?
I'm gonna say, oh, can I buy a bell? We'll be Wheel of Fortune.
You'd be number 2. Number 2, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
Sorry, Brandon.
All right. What do you say, Gianni?
Ooh, there's some good ones up there. I think there's a good Jeopardy.
Number 1. You
got it. I knew you got it. I know you go get it.
Johnny, in response to that, I have one thing to say. Answer: Daily Double.
That's right. Now, Scott.
Yeah, and you had to be informed of the question, of course.
Oh, I should have done that. Yeah.
All right. Since we've established the number 1 answer there, Scott, just to go through the rest of you guys, I won't rename the list. But what would you say there, Scott?
I would have said Match Game.
No, Match Game is not on the list.
Really?
Wow.
Right. All right, Mark. What would you have said if he didn't reveal that number 1?
Survey says The Family Feud.
Number 5. Number 5 was Family Feud.
I bet you $1 that's got to be at least Press Your Luck's on that list.
I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, let me tell you the remaining here. Number 3 was Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 6 was the $25,000 pyramid.
Yeah.
Or the 20,000 pyramid. Okay.
Whatever.
Number 7 was the dating game.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Number
okay.
8 was the newlywed game.
All right.
And number 9 was Win Ben Stein's Money.
Oh.
And
Okay.
number
That
10,
made it? Holy crap.
Remote Control made the top.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's the one I host.
That's the one
Yeah.
you host, Scott. Yep, that made
Yeah.
the top 10 barely, but it did.
Yeah. Before we go back to the 4th quarter, we have breaking news quickly. Both Tampa Bay and Montreal, they're both out in the playoffs already.
Uh-oh. Well,
Yeah, because
Hit that Battle of Florida, damn it.
Well, Florida's on the next round, and Washington's in the next round, so it could be a good one.
Well, you know what? If I'm being honest, I kind of figured Montreal was going to have their hands full of that series anyway. Washington's clearly a much better team than they are.
Yep. All right, we got a final quarter here, and then of course one more top 10 to go. But let's get back to the break. Good. All right.
Yeah.
Head back to the game. Back to this.
That was a good answer, Scott. That was a good answer.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I can't believe it didn't even make it on the list. I cannot believe it's not on the list. I cannot believe it.
This game was a good one, but not good enough to get on the list, unfortunately.
Speaking of match game, they just announced a new host for a new upcoming match game.
I already found out is our Canadian Martin Short.
Yep.
It's in Montreal.
Yeah, that's why, because it's Canadian.
Let's continue.
All right, guys. Let's get now to the arcade games that we love so much. Starting with, of course, the first one, the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which got bad reviews because a lot of people said it was darn hard. But again, Gianni Konami.
Yeah.
Another one.
Ultimate Software. May 12th, 1989 is the first one that came out. It's an action platform game. And alongside the arcade game was it was one of the first video games based on the 1987 Turtles animated series, being released after the show's second season. So as you know, Shredder kidnaps April and gains the life transformer gun. You have to go through and pretty much undetonate all of the bombs. And this one was a tough one. This one was hard.
Yeah.
This one. Let me see what the reception was for this. This game was a commercial success. By May of 90, it had sold over 1 million cartridges. And by the end of 90, the game had sold more than 4 million, earning $125 million. That's about $317 million adjusted for inflation for Konami, as if they weren't making enough as it was, right, Gianni?
Oh, yeah.
However, it received a mixed critical reception upon its NES release. Nintendo Power scored it 4 out of 5 and praised its superb play control and super sharp graphics. The game would be voted as the year's best game by readers as part of the magazine's annual Nintendo Power Awards. But conversely, Electronic Gaming Monthly panel of 4 reviewers scored it 6, 7, 6, 4 out of 10. The latter describing it as a disappointment.
Disappointed.
Yeah. So with that, we start with Scott.
Oh gosh, this was an interesting game here. 2 things that are always interesting. First of all, best character was Donatello because he had that long reach with his staff.
Right.
Number 2, the water level with the bombs and the electric plankton that will fry you if you aren't perfect in your movements.
Yep.
I hate that game level.
Right. Yeah.
Hate it with a passion. But other than that, this is still a fun game. 90.
Whoa, a Taco Bell. Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Gianni Konami, what do you have to say about this first one here? Because James didn't like this one at all.
No, he did not. And it was a hard game. If you saw the first episode, that first one he did back in 2006.
Yeah.
That one he did not go into as much. He never really got as far. I've only gotten part as far as the water level too.
Yeah.
Even their turtles, for sake, they can't even swim. And then he had that.
No matter what, even in water. What are you talking, right? Yeah.
He had that. We all know the whole rant he had. I'm not going to say it. Cowabunga, you know what he says.
Yeah. Oh, you can say it.
Cow fucking piece of dog shit. Complains about that. It is a hard game. I mean,
Yeah.
I always got to play with Donatello, and then, like I said, I haven't gotten far as past as the water level. And if you notice, I don't know if you have it here with the cover art. They use the
Comic book.
yes, that's why they're all red. And I think I
Mm.
saw it somewhere where they have all like the different have their respective masks or whatever. And then,
Good
of course,
observation.
ABGN even mentioned it. Like they don't have many of the Ninja Turtle characters in the game. You don't hear the theme song
No, not even close.
in this. Yeah, they made this game for Commodore 64, I believe.
Yeah, even James was talking about it.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna buzz it. I'm gonna give it a 75.
75. Okay.
Ah, that's got special.
All right. All right, Brandon Bogart, you're up with the first Turtles game.
Okay, well, in order to let me do this here first.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
full screen now. All right.
So, there's two covers for this, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
There's this,
Yeah.
and then there's this.
Not much of a difference.
Well, you can see one difference.
Oh yeah, the color in their shell. It's a dark green versus a light green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
One
they
of them
all wear
looks-
red.
Yeah. That's right, because they had different color masks. Yes.
Well, that was they just copied the one from the comic book.
Right, as you were saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that said,
Okay. I'll wait. Yeah, okay, there we go.
yep, I removed myself.
Goodbye. Nighty night now, Brandon. He's cutting out early. Can you believe it?
I saved myself some time.
Uh-huh.
Unfortunately, I'm with everybody. I got to give it a 67.
Oh!
One shot!
We got 1A and 2D so far. And Andrew, what do you got to say about this?
So I never heard of this game. I love the cover. Depends which cover version that we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I will get this one, and I will always give the perfect scores. 100, baby.
You got it. 100 for Andrew Hawking. Kidding. All right, Mark, you're up with the first Turtles game.
All right. Well, yeah. So, yeah, this was definitely one of the more harder NES games in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually show and tell time here because I have the actual copy.
Oh yeah! There we go. There we
I think I
go.
had someone too lying around.
That's
Yeah.
not all.
Yeah.
This one.
You got the second
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh.
Third one.
The third one.
Oh, the Manhattan Project. Ah.
All right.
I
See
think
ya.
the only one of these Turtles NES games I don't have is the first one that we went over.
Oh, the Tournament.
Tournament Fire.
Yeah, Tournament Fighters.
yeah.
That's the only NES Ninja Turtles game that I do not have.
Okay.
All right. As for this one, I guess I'll go ahead and keep my streak going. Perfect 100.
You got it. Double up on it.
And
Yes.
also an additional fun fact: if you have the Ninja Turtles Cowabunga collection, which they released a few years ago for the Switch as well as PlayStation and Xbox, this game is actually available in that collection.
Yes, it is.
All right. So we double up on that. Give Mark 100. Okay. Excuse me. I went ahead and played this game, and it is majorly hard. I do like the graphics, though. They are the Turtles. I mean, you keep to these animated things. It's easy to, but then again, like you said, they had the different color masks, and they didn't put that up until number 2 because it was from the comic book art. So to cheat a little bit on that, on the cover art, 10 off for that. That brings it down to 80. Majorly hard. Bring it down another to 70. I'm going to give it a 70. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to one up somebody. I know I did. Uh-huh. But I give it a 70. Yep. All right. Those majorly take points off, All right. See what the average is. Okay. Oh, it's only your third B of the night, guys. 83.6. All right. Very good. But now we go to the second one, I think, which was much better than the first, as they always say with sequels sometimes. Here it is, guys. Turtles 2, the arcade version. Yeah, this was the best one out of all of them. That I think. This was, of course, put out by Gianni Konami.
Oh, yeah. I put all of them.
December 7th, 1990. And this one got the better reviews. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. 2 new levels. The first part of Scene 3 and all of Scene 6, which feature new enemy characters. You also have the Technodrome in there as well. I think you had it in the first one. But you have Bebop, Rocksteady. You have Baxter Stockman. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Then they had emulation releases. Now, the arcade game was a blockbuster hit, especially in North America, becoming Konami's highest-grossing arcade game.
Yes.
Konami was unable to keep up with the high demand, so they outsourced additional U.S. manufacturing production to Dynamo Corp. The release of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film in March of 90 gave the arcade game a further boost in earnings, and by early April 90, they sold over 20,000 arcade cabinets internationally outside of Japan, including over 14,000 cabinets sold in the United States, where it became the biggest arcade hit since Double Dragon. Yep. They had 25,000 arcade cabinets by May of 90, and it just kept getting better and better. It was also a major hit in Europe. And there's an Xbox Live Arcade digital version of this game as well that sold 984,271 units on the Xbox 360. Wow. Yep, and the reviews were just great. I mean, holy cow. 25th best by Games Radar. Gave it out of 100. The best game out of their ranking. All right, so without further ado, we start, of course, with Gianni Konami.
This one I played online. I have on my Switch.
Yep. I think everybody's tackled this game in one way, shape, or form.
Most of the the arcade version, yeah. This version, probably not as many. Yeah, it's a poorly made version of the arcade game. Irate Gamer said something because AVGN didn't talk about this one.
No, but he did give the better review on it, though. I think
Irate Gamer talked about. He talked about 3 and 4 Drills in Time when Irate Gamer talked about it. But yeah, this is basically another poorly designed version of the arcade game, and I'm gonna give it a 70.
A 70. Whoa. Ooh. Okay. A passing grade, but boy, I was thinking you were going to really up it there.
Yeah.
All right.
But we'll see. For the next one, I probably will.
All right. We go now to Brandon Bogard with Turtles 2, the arcade game.
So one of the gameplay images, I'm thinking, why are they in like a snowy area?
Oh, extra levels they added to this game.
Yeah.
What do snow and Ninja Turtles have in common, even?
Well, they are in New York, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Even so, I'm still going to give it a 75.
A Scott Special 75. Wow. Okay. All right, these are some very interesting scores on this very popular game here. We go now to Andrew Hocking with the Turtles 2.
So I never heard this game, and I like the cover. And another Ninja Turtles game. Another Ninja Turtles. I always watch one. Once again, I watched when I was a little kid, of course.
Mhm.
Like you can't beat the. That was way before the Power Rangers, of course.
Yep.
So for this one, I'm going to keep a streak going with my perfect 100.
You got it. 100. There you go. Finally, we got a good score on that one. Okay, Mark, you're up with Turtles 2.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The arcade game. Yo. I mean, it was still pretty hard, but better than the first one, like you guys were saying.
Right.
All right. Well, but of course, classic Turtles. So I gotta do it again. 100.
Double up on it. Yep. Good job. Another 100 there. Okay, Mr. Arcade Retro Boy, you know you got this one.
Oh, you know it, though.
This is the frequent one. Yeah.
This is probably one thing. Little fun fact.
Yes.
You mentioned this is one of the most popular games of all time. You know how popular it was? It was the most popular game for 12 straight months.
A whole year.
That's how popular this game was, though.
Yep.
Especially that. The first time I ever played this game was in November of 1989, though, in a little mall in just outside of Des Moines, Iowa.
Mm.
And soon I would play it again more and more often when I was in my college days as well there, too. This and the sequel were works of art. They had the good sounds, from there. The games had talking characters, all the great strategies and all that, the colorful characters. This version of the NES, extra levels added to it to lengthen the game itself.
Yep.
100, triple up.
You got it. Yes. Good job. I knew it was going to be a perfect score coming from the arcade man himself. Yes. And I have played this. I love it. It's my favorite of all. Yeah. Cover art, playability, and the fact that you could choose your turtle no matter what. Yeah. And then, of course, if you died, you basically could choose another turtle. Available. And then there was cheat codes on the Game Genie. Yes. Which we haven't really mentioned anything about Game Genie at all.
I feel like we probably talked about it a bit, I think.
No doubt about it, yeah. But this one is 100 right off the bat. Yeah, double up. Let's zing it. Yeah, another 100. What a difference of opinion, though. All right, let's see what the average
is. But the question is this going to be our 7th A? That is the question.
I think so. Oh, yeah. Barely, though, but it's... How about this? 90.8. You got it. Yeah, right there. Second, 8th. Yeah, you got it.
Now, we already tied the record already. But the question is, are we going to get this next one out, break the record?
Yeah, well, we almost didn't. That Turtles 2 game got 90.8 and barely got the A by 0.8. Ugh. All right, here of the trifecta. So let's take a look at Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. Ooh, this was a more interesting game. Of course, put out by Konami, December 13th, 1991. I mean, they were on a tear with these Turtle games.
Of course.
Yep. It's the third video game iteration of the Turtles. Yep. And this was released after the show's 5th season. Yep. And the game begins with the Turtles spending their vacation in Key West, Florida, while watching April O'Neil's latest news report. Her broadcast is suddenly hijacked by the Turtles' nemesis, Shredder. And taking April as his hostage, Shredder reveals that he has also turned the entire borough of Manhattan into a floating island and challenges the turtles to come to his lair to stop him.
Ooh.
Oh, what
Yeah.
Manhattan Project was awarded Best NES Game of 1992 by EGM, that's Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Yep.
All game editor Brett Allen Weiss described it as an excellent, well-rounded game. And Japanese game magazine Famitsu gave this game a score of 27 out of 40.
Oh,
All right. So mixed reviews on it, but still very reputable. And now we go back to the top of the order with Mr. Bogard.
Okay. So, the Manhattan Project.
Mm-hmm.
For some
Uh-oh.
reason, one of the top gameplay images, apparently, they're somewhere when we're on top of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like their choices for locations are really just like really too random. I don't get it. Everything else though seems right. I'm gonna give it. Well, wait. Actually, also the front cover. There's lasers.
Yep.
Who the puts lasers in a Okay. I'm just gonna give it a 76.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Andrew Hawking, Turtles 3, Manhattan.
Another Ninja Turtle game I never heard of it. Once again, same as always, like I said before, saw the cartoon version. So I'm going to keep. And what's my favorite number, Jason? What's my favorite number?
100.
You got it, baby.
Yep. In our attention, that's why we're responsible for 7 A's there, Mr. Hawking. You know. All right, Mark, you're up with Turtles 3.
Okay. Yep. I can't forget about Turtles 3. Probably the definitive Turtles game for the NES, honestly.
Mhm.
Just like Super Mario 3 was the definitive Mario game for the NES when we went over those.
Right.
All right. Well, doing it again. 100.
With Andrew, he doubles up. Yep. Hey. All right, Scott. What do you say about this one?
Okay, this was pretty good. Like I said, this was basically a sequel that looked very similar to that of the original game, arcade game version that we just did a few minutes ago.
Uh-huh.
And this actually is a good way to improve the game, to make it look awesome here. And I really like this a lot here for the most part. So, like I said, this is going to be. Well, I never played this one, so I can't really give it a full perfect, but I will give you 95.
95. All right. You got it. All right. That's got that. All right. This is the final game of the night because we got to wrap up things here. Turtles 3, Manhattan Project. I like the cover. So.
Wait.
No, I don't think I went.
Yeah, one more person before you do, Jason. That's the King of New Jersey.
I thought he started this thing.
No.
No. Okay.
You're skip Gianni. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. Go right ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah.
No.
I think you started with the last one. You started, or one of them.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, you're up.
Yeah, so I played a bit of this game. I think I played the first level, and that's it. But yeah, this is a much better game than the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You start off, I remember the beach level, and I haven't really played much since that. Although I do have my Switch, I could play. I just haven't really got around to playing those yet. But yeah, this is kind of where you get to what the Turtles games are kind of all about. You have up to 2 players, and just and all that fun action. And I'm gonna give it. Let's give it 100.
Another 100. Gonna double up on it. All right. Hey.
All right, now's your turn, Jason. Now's your turn.
All right. All right. Stays it, so it's still an A. Never played the game though. Lose 10 points. Take it down to a B. Would I have rented it and tried to enjoy it? Yes, but I never got that opportunity. By then, the Turtles were really just a franchise that was so dominant between the late 80s and early 90s. You could not go one day of your life without hearing something about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whether it was this game or anything to do with it, the toy line, and shucks, we will have action figures when we do that.
Oh yeah.
When we grade action figures from toy lines, that's going to be a big one in our third season. I'm going to give it an 85. 85. Just yeah.
Oh yeah. One thing I will say before we go to anything here, it's kind of a shame that Turtles 4 was an Super Nintendo title because that was actually the second arcade game.
Ah,
yeah.
Now there's a connection. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what the average is. Boy. Oh, yeah.
If this could be a record breaker tonight,
I think you're right.
I think you're right about that, Andrew. Yeah, it's getting up there. I think you guys finally broke your record.
Sweet.
Nice. Come on. It's a long way up there with all those B's. There it is. 92.6. You did it. Number 8 of the A's. Congratulations. Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, tonight we finally break our record of the A's from 7 to 8, baby!
Yeah, there they are. There's the 8 A's.
Woo!
Yeah, mostly Tecmo games and 3 Turtle games out of 4. Not bad at all. And that's the end of the game tonight as well, unfortunately. Yep. All right. Put it down. All right. Statistician, tell us how many games we graded tonight.
11 we've graded tonight. And we have 98 more games to go.
Oh, we're under 100. All right. There we go, guys.
Are we really gonna finish this by the end of the next month?
I hope. I hope we finish
we'll
by the end of June. You know, in the next 4 weeks, we're really gonna have. Well, let's see, 98 games divided by 4. We would have to average out about what 40 something, I would think.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
No. We would have to do 10 a night if that was the case. I don't know. I don't know, really.
Wait, you want to finish till June?
Yeah.
Or another suggestion, maybe add some extra ones in the May to try to get to the goalpost.
Yeah, could be.
6, 7, 8. So 98 divided by 8. Okay. You know what? Maybe we might, because that I just 98 divided by 8, 12.25.
Okay.
Maybe. Just maybe we might.
But we gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Like Sonic.
Yeah, exactly.
Check your minds. The Sonic Rumble release, they're supposed to release that on the Steam next Thursday, and they delayed it.
Yeah, to indefinite unknown.
Okay. Well, we figured out the game plan that we had to do, but right now we're going to have our final top 10 of the night. And so far, Johnny's won 1 and Brandon's won 2. No, Andrew won.
And
Brandon and Gianni. Yep. We've had 3 different winners. All right. Let's see who gets this one, guys. Your top 10 list. Things that are used to measure.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. And it has to be specific things.
Okay.
So now, Brandon Bogard, we'll start with you again. What do you think is the number one thing that they use to measure? A ruler. Yeah, that's number 7, actually. All right, so you're on the list. You're on the list. Number 7. All right, so that's a pretty poor spot to be in there, Brandon. Now, Andrew, can you go higher than that?
Well, this is one thing my dad always used to measure wood, has to be a measuring tape.
Measuring tape. Yeah, tape measure is number 5. Yeah. All right, so
Sorry,
Andrew,
Brandon.
okay, we're climbing up the ladder. But Gianni, who had kind of like the last win with the top game show, can he do it again 2 in a row? What do you say?
I have an idea. Maybe a scale.
Yeah, that's number 4.
Oh, the King of New Jersey passed me already.
So far, Gianni's got the 4th spot. Now, you still can give us number 1 and win it all here. What do you say?
Is it me, right?
Yeah, you're up.
Yes, it's you, Scott.
Let's see this. To measure. Oh gosh. Well. I don't know. I'd have to say. I'm gonna have to pass. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
All the ones I was thinking of got answered already.
All right, Mark, you can redeem yourself here and get the top spot. So far, it's number 4 by with a scale by Gianni.
All he needs is one of the top 3, of course.
Top 3, and you will win this. What do you say?
Okay. A measuring cup.
That's it. Number 3.
Hey, I got it.
All right. Measuring cup. Yeah, that was number 3, but it was not number 1. But Mark, you got this one because you got the highest answer. Now, Scott, I think you probably would know if these came back to you. Number 1 was teaspoon. Number 2, spoon, teaspoon, tablespoon. Number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
Number 6 was a yardstick. Number 8, odometer.
I was almost ready
that was the other one I was thinking of.
I was almost ready to say that. Dang it.
Number 9, your foot.
Oh.
Your foot. Yeah, you measure your foot as a foot. And
Oh yeah. Oh my God!
Let's not have that.
No graphical foot on the. And number 10 was the stopwatch.
You said a foot, Jason. You said a foot already.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
give
didn't
you
go that far.
You don't measure with your feet. You don't measure with your feet, of course.
Take your foot
on camera.
and it says, and they walk the path.
Anyways, before I get to make a fool of myself on this one, final time for tonight. Before we go, of course, can't forget about that. Jason, be happy. You got 1.
Hey, all right. The host
and also the King of New Jersey's got 1 as well. And Mark and myself, we both got 2 more apiece. And that's it for tonight. Until next week.
All right, guys. Great job on everything. We're going into May next week, May 7th. Yes. So be there or be square. And a thank you to our wonderful viewers out there. We couldn't have done it without you. Well, like I said,
we couldn't have done it without.
All right, we gotta wrap this up.
We'll see you all next week. Until then, have a great night, and don't forget, keep it real for a change. You know what I mean?
Good night, everybody. Oh, jeez.